Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Darksiders 2. I was under the impression that had you played the first game and you had certain achievements or whatnot completed, you would... Just a second, I'm checking this out. Anyways, had you completed certain achievements, you would get a certain items like bonus weapons or gear. And unfortunately, I have not figured out how to get them, if that's even the case. I was told that if you beat the game, or if you played at least like half of the game, you would get a level 5 item. And if you played all the game and beat it, then you would get a level 1 weapon modeled after the Chaos Eater that was actually a parasite that looked a little bit like what I'm wearing right now, but whatever. I have not found those items. Also, there were some... Let's talk to this guy first.
The Reaper. It's about time you came. The Makers are dying, and our realm. We few are all that remain.
A warrior's life is never easy, old one.
Aye, not easy, but simple. I always saw my end with blade in hand, a field of enemy dead before me.
And what glorious end awaits you hiding behind these gates?
You cannot fight corruption, nor can you harm it. You can only kill those it has claimed. Every blow I strike against corruption is a blow against my own people. Muse on that, Rider, before you mark me as a coward.
That's the item I bought, or the ability. It's very difficult for me to pull off actually in combat. This is the mailbox or whatever. A gift from an anonymous sender. We'll delete that. And apparently you can also send mail to friends. There's an achievement for sending a gift to somebody. If I remember, that is unfortunately a level 5 item. Yeah. So I can't use it for a little while.
Maker's beard. The rumors are true. A horseman in the Forge lands. The name's Alia, and that's my brother Valis. We are the keepers of this forge. Though I reckon that means less now than once it did.
This is a Maker's Forge?
Nay, Maker's Forge is lost to us. Silenced by the hands of corruption. But in its depths we once crafted the dark towers of hell and the cities of heaven.
Now you make trinkets?
And you, one of the four, now seek the aid of the Makers? I guess we've all fallen from high places.
I came here seeking the tree, and your elder speaks of fire. What is it?
Aye, the fire of the mountain, the Stonefather's blood. It once flowed into our forge, as did the tears. Both imbued our craft with incredible power, the heart and the soul of stone. But corruption has taken them, and now our forge is silent.
Why does this concern me?
The way to the tree is lost, barred by corruption. You can no more leave this place than we. Restore our forge, and the tree can be reached.
I don't follow your reasoning.
We are makers, not warriors. But we are not without our weapons. Before the forge was lost, we crafted a mighty creature of soul and stone. A colossus to fight this corruption. But to awaken him requires a maker's key. And we need our forge to craft one. Will you help us?
What is this cauldron?
A temple built in the shadow of Stonefather's Peak. There the fire of the mountain was harnessed and passed into our forge. Ride east of town, ride through the charred pass and towards the cindery peak of the Stonefather. There, you will find the cauldron.
Man of no words, your brother.
But hardly silent. His voice is the ring of the hammer and the roar of the white flame.
Yes, he works while you talk. I may have need of a blade.
Is your need greater than ours, horsemen? I think not. We fight for the survival of our realm and our kin. Prove worthy, and mayhaps we can do business.
So one thing I've noticed is that this seems to be a very, or rather more of an RPG than the previous game. I'm not complaining, I like that. I find that interesting, and I'm interested to see what they managed to do with that. Another thing I like is that it's fully voiced. A lot of games out there are not necessarily fully voiced in everything, especially not RPGs.
Horseman, you'll find not that way, but trouble.
Do what you must for your kin, old one. For mine, I ride to the cauldron.
Well, if you fancy your corruption waist deep, that's as good a place as any. You know, there's a reason this gate is here. And if you were a friend, I wouldn't let you pass. But then, who is friend to death?
Have you wisdom to share, or was it long since knocked loose in battle?
Wisdom ain't like teeth. I've plenty left. Enough to stay clear of the cauldron. The ancients filled it with right nasty traps. But one so clever as yourself will surely elude them.
Alright, man, put your back into it. Excuse me. I like how colorful everything is compared to the first game. It's refreshing. Instead of seeing a dead city everywhere. We've got some nice greenery. Just a pleasing place to be. So don't mind me if you catch me often. That was sexy. Okay, so don't mind me if you catch me just kind of like, oh, just staring off in nowhere. Odds are I'm admiring various aspects of the scenery. Aw, you can't charge while jumping. You were just loading. It's one thing I've noticed, that there's a lot of loading screens when traveling around the open world. So I may need to install this to my hard drive. See if I can decrease some of these load times.
Come closer. See. Greetings, horsemen, and welcome. I've been expecting you.
Vulgrim. What brings you crawling out of the shadows?
I wouldn't want to lose my most valuable customer. Not to what lurks at the edge of shadows. So here I am, to offer my wares.
What do you know that I don't? I'm not here by choice, demon.
I merely followed the trail of carnage. Your blades are as sharp as ever. Even still, I may be able to help you. I carry things others would frown upon. Go on, take a look. You won't be disappointed. I have new items, if you have the coin.
Oh, I missed an item that I actually got in my last video. I found one of these trinket things on the right.
A bump.
Another time, demon.
Until then, there are pages missing from the Book of the Dead. I believe many lie along your path. If you bring them to me, your reward will be substantial.
And so will be my damnation.
We will try this way. Nope. There's gotta be a way to get up there. Looks like I need some sort of a grappling hook or something similar to, oh, what is it? Devil May Cry. Or the abyssal chain, or whatever the war had in the first game. There's various chests hidden around the world, so I'm gonna. I really like how it opens the chests. I want to know what that is and how to get it. I've seen several of them while playing the game, and still not quite sure what they are.
This is no place for all this.
Yeah, I like this ability much better than summoning the ghouls.
be true. A rider has come to the realm.
Not another one.
You're the Nephilim, the one they call Death. How did you get here?
Took a wrong turn. It appears I'm stranded here with the rest of you.
If you seek the Cauldron, you should know that it fell to corruption fair long ago. I can still feel the fire itself rumbling deep in the earth.
I'll take my chances.
Say, if you're headed in there, you mind doing something for me?
Yes, I mind. Aren't I doing enough already?
Perhaps. Though it seems to me you're doing right enough for yourself. Our benefit being a fortunate side effect. Well, if it ain't much trouble, I left an old metal platter in there, with the image of 2 hammers scribed in the center. Not much to look at, but it was my journeyman piece. Last thing I ever forged.
Dish? You want me to bring you a dish?
Yes, well, it has sentimental value. If you find it, I'll make it worth your while.
You're different than the others. Less pleasant on the eyes, for one.
Ha! I could say no less for you. Folks around town call me Pup or Lad, but I prefer my own name. Karn.
Pup it is, then.
As you will. Matters not to me.
Why not restore the fire yourself?
I came here just for that purpose. Figured I'd pop the cork, so to speak. Be the hero. But the Cauldron is locked up well and tight, and the way through is swallowed by fire. You look capable enough. Perhaps you can find a way. I'll wait here and guard the entrance.
Alright, I just looked at the clock, realized I'm sitting at 25 minutes. Is that... Okay. So I'm going to cut here. Thank you all for watching. Please tune to the next part.